Good evening, everyone. It's 10 past 7, and because I was talking too much, I overlooked not looking at the clock, so we are 10 minutes late in starting our meeting this evening. The minutes, please.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We have no department heads here this evening or any committee chairman. We do not have any appointments. We do not have a public hearing. Do we have any new business? How about old business? Do we have any old business?
None.
None? Karen, no?
Nothing, no.
Wow, Randy. How about your report? Look at that. We're 10 minutes late and we're early.
Yeah. Regarding the Affordable Care Act, which is also known by most people as Obamacare, most people don't even know what the Affordable Care Act is. We had discussion this morning about the reporting requirements, because the IRS requires you to have health insurance now, otherwise they fine you. So the town is obligated to report to the IRS everyone in the town government that has health insurance, and all their dependents as well, and has to issue a form similar to a W-2. So we were wondering how we were going to do this, but apparently the larger payroll companies like Harper's, which we have and which most of the members of SMHG are planning to issue these forms similar to a W-2 at the end of the year. And the dependent, the subscriber and dependent information will come from Blue Cross Blue Shield, and it's pretty very reasonable cost. So we're covered. Yeah. Capital Planning Committee meets tomorrow night and next Wednesday night with department heads to review their requests for capital items for the upcoming fall town meeting. And speaking of the fall town meeting, it's time to start thinking about scheduling it. And we know we might be late this year while we wait for free cash to be certified. So thinking early November, maybe November 9th, but that's just a tentative date.
We'll never make October.
No. Also coming up this week, department head meeting on Thursday, a steering committee meeting also on Thursday in the afternoon, and next selectmen's meeting, the sewer commissioners would like to come in with their superintendent to give the board an update on the latest sewer phase and also the bid results for the next phase.
Any questions?
Just one quickly, Randy.
Yep.
Can you just touch base with the moderator? I spoke to him over the weekend, and he'd just like to have some consultation on a date. He has a few commitments, late fall,
Yep.
and he wants to make sure they work with his schedule.
Okay, will do.
Thank you.
Any questions, Karen? No. Okay. Our selectmen's report.
Very brief, Madam Chair. I had the opportunity to attend the Raynham Youth Soccer Opening Day on behalf of the board. It was a great day. They have about 400 kids playing again this
Wow.
year. Good turnout. The weather was amazing. The sun
Perfect.
came out just as the ceremonies were starting, and on behalf of the board, I wished all the players and coaches a successful season.
Thank you, sir.
So that's all I have.
Nothing, thank you.
I think, we did attend a meeting last night, Joseph.
Yes, Madam Chair. I was leaving that for you.
Oh, you were?
Yes.
Okay. We attended a meeting last night of the Economic and Business Committee, who brought together the state and our state representative and a representative from our senator's office to see what we could do about the condition of especially Route 138. Its sidewalks and its roadway is deteriorating very badly. John Charbonneau was in contact today with the people in question who can put this on a faster track for us. John is going to have a letter, he will be drafting it for us to send to the proper people in government that takes care of putting this with the SERPED program to see if we can't get 138 and the sidewalks and the road refurbished. Hopefully, it's going to be a successful thing, and we will get it done. In the meantime, they have agreed that they will go down and cut all the grass that's growing up behind the the guardrails and on the sidewalks, as such as the sidewalks are, they will at least try to clean them up with the weed whacking. A funny thing was that we were told last night that they can't spray, and I thought that was the craziest thing I ever heard, that they're not allowed to spray. So therefore, they have to weed whack all of these things. I don't know how they're gonna do that, because it's caught in between all the rubble that the sidewalks are in. But they are going to make an attempt to do something. We thank them for coming. It was a very positive meeting as far as I was concerned. A lot of questions were asked and answered, which was good. And John Charbonneau will be getting us a letter, and we go from there. Hopefully, we will get some satisfaction within a year at least, because it takes that long to get anything going. And that's about all I have. Correspondence this evening. We have very light correspondence. We have a note from Maureen McKenney, who is informing us that we're missing 2 board members on the Zoning Board of Appeals. Colleen Cosner asked not to be reappointed last year, and Allison Johnson has just informed us that she no longer is a resident in Raynham. She recently moved to Middleborough. So therefore, anyone out there who would like to become a member of the Zoning Board of Appeals, please send in a letter to us, and we will forward it on to them, and perhaps you can join them. They do not meet on a regular basis. They only meet when a situation occurs that their assistance is needed. So if anyone would like to take a stab at being part of the town of Raynham, please send a letter in. You don't need a lot of experience, you just need a lot of patience and time, right?
Yes.
Right. I have another letter from Devon Borges, okay, who is a lifelong resident of Raynham. I am not going to read this letter as it is rather lengthy, but I'm going to condense it to the fact that they have property that is bordering conservation property. And it seems as though there are people who are using the railroad beds with their quads, and they are causing a lot of disturbance up in that area, number one. Number two, they have trashed this property. There's demolition and dumping and a great mess up there. We're going to try to find some way of cleaning this up. We will be talking with the Conservation Commission to see if they have any funding available that they can use to help clean this up, and try to put together some kind of a monitoring system whereby they can check on these properties so this doesn't happen again. And I thank her so very, very much for sending this letter in, because it's something we did not know. Now we do, and we will certainly address it. Thank you, Devin. We have a one-day liquor license requirement for Rock Hard Racing. They did this last year. It's been approved by the Park and Rec, so what say you?
Motion to accept.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, that's all okay. I have a letter here that was written by our Fire Chief, James Janis, and he's writing in regards to the fire alarm system at the Pinewood Terrace Complex on Mill Street. The complex consists of 62 one-bedroom units which house elderly and handicapped or disabled residents. It was constructed in 1980 and built to the fire code specifications of 1975. Since the construction of this complex in 1980, fire code standards and specifications have changed dramatically. What the chief is saying, that he believes at this point in time that the fire code standards have changed, and they must try to come up with installing carbon monoxide detectors, sprinklers, and a new fire alarm system. This letter is going to the state, Director Sarah Glassman, and hopefully that the chief will get some response, because he is asking them for assistance in improving the safety of the residents of this complex. So hopefully he will get a response from that. If not, we will definitely follow it back up again. Tag days. We have a tag day from St. Mary's Church in Taunton for November 24th and 25th. And we have, I guess we just have the one.
Motion to accept?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And I guess that does it for correspondence. We have no press time since our press has deserted us and it doesn't come to our meetings anymore. No emergency business, no citizens are here this evening, so therefore,
Motion to adjourn and sign the bills, warrants?
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much for sharing this time with us, and we'll see you next week.